Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Now we've got another farm for you today. I've been asked where I get my feathers from, and you know, if you didn't know, feathers are another resource that you're going to need for crafting quite a lot of high-end items. And as you can see at the moment, I've only got one, and I'm going to show you a few ways in which I can farm feathers pretty quick and efficiently, because as you can see on screen, every ammunition type uses feathers, whether it's the bolts or the arrows. So any of your ranged weapons are going to need a sufficient amount of feathers. And you know, because you can go through these bolts and arrows pretty quickly, especially the crossbow bolts. You're using 5 in the space of a second, 2 seconds, and you're reloading, and they can run out pretty quick. So yeah, we're going to go through a few of my favourite locations to farm these feathers. Anyway, if you do like today's video and it does help you out, hit that like button, let me know, help the channel grow, and subscribe for more Dying Light 2 content. And with that being said, let's get into it. So my first tried and tested, and also my favourite farm for any materials, is the Bazaar. If you've chose the PK for this particular water tower and you didn't choose the survivors, this will be irrelevant to you. But we've got a few more locations which we'll get into in a minute. But anyway, the Bazaar, upon arriving here via the metro station, you want to head through this door and go through these doors here, and what you're going to find inside is the Craftmaster just by the stairs. Now he will have anywhere between 1 to 5 feathers at any one given time. So as you can see here, he's got 4 at the moment. So what you need to do is buy them, and then once you've obviously bought it from, you want to head back to where you came from, run outside here, do a little 180 and head straight back in to the church and head straight back to the Craftmaster. And what you'll find is that he's actually restocked the materials that you've bought. Now on the off chance that he hasn't, you simply just walk back out and come back in, because sometimes he may spawn with different items. But as you can see in this one, he's got 6, so you actually get more than 5. I didn't realise you did, but yeah, I got 6 this time. We'll do it one more time just so you can see it working. And yeah, this is probably my favourite particular one, just because there's no sleeping involved, there's no seizure animations, and you know, you can just even mute it, put Spotify on, or listen to a podcast or something, or you know, watch some more Roymario Dying Light 2 hints and tips. But yeah, this is my favourite. You're going to see obviously that he's got the resources again. As you can see, he's only got 1 this time, but we'll take it. It's not like we have to wait long. So yeah, that is my first particular farm method. But obviously, if you haven't got the Bazaar, I'm going to show you a few more locations that you can do something similar. Next location is the tried and tested large windmill, which you can just find south of the Bazaar. So obviously it doesn't matter if you picked PK or survivors for the water tower, as long as you've unlocked the windmill, you're always going to have this vendor here. It's also a good farm for any of obviously the resources that this particular vendor sells. And as you can see, when we go down through all the gear, he's got a set of resources. He's got feathers, so we're going to buy the weights as well, because weights are another one that are pretty tough to get. We're going to get the feathers. He's going to give you a select amount of feathers, and then you obviously just come in here, sleep. Now obviously the only issue with this is sleeping, seizure animations, things like that does add a small amount of time. I'll leave it to you to decide whether or not that particular animation is quicker than the Bazaar. And upon waking up, the vendor is obviously going to have replenished those resources. So as you can see, we go here, we scroll down, and he's got a few more. We're going to pick up the weights again, as I say. We're going to get the feathers, and we're always going to need scrap, so we're going to get that. If on the off chance you sleep and he doesn't spawn with obviously the feathers or whatever resource you're looking for, simply just sleep again, because what I've noticed about this particular vendor, for the beauty of having a bed so close to him, sometimes it does mean you have to sleep twice. But yeah, that is another way you can efficiently farm feathers. Now next I want to talk about water towers in general. Every water tower is set out exactly the same as each other, and I'm just going to show you quickly now what I mean by that. So on the ground level, you're going to find a Craftmaster. So go into the Craftmaster, press an LB or L1, go into crafting parts, you're going to find the parts that obviously you want, in this case feathers. And in every water tower, the craftmaster is not going to be located too far away from a winch. You simply take the winch up, and upon reaching the top, you're going to find a bed again to sleep in. And upon waking up, you can imagine that you just need to head back down the winch. And upon reaching the bottom, you hit the craftmaster again. As I say, every water tower is set up the exact same way. The craftmaster may be in another location, but the basis is exactly the same. Next, I want to talk about electrical stations, and as you can see on the screen, I'm at the downtown electrical station in the northwest of the central loop, and this one's pretty cool in all fairness, and you could probably do this at the water towers as well, but you're going to find a craftmaster and you're going to find a trader right next to each other, and usually both of them, let's have hope for this video's sake that they are. Yeah, as you can see, we've got feathers here. Let's head over to the craftmaster and see if she's got some. And as you can see, she's got one. So the beauty of this one is the likeliness of both of them, well, at least one of them, having feathers every time you sleep is obviously increased. And as I say, it's the same as obviously what you do anywhere else. You head up the nearby winch, as you can see over here. And just like the water tower, but an even shorter drop through the window, is a bed. And that is the same in every single electrical station. And the beauty is you've got two vendors here in close proximity, especially in this downtown one. I'm pretty sure the majority of them are exactly the same, all close quarters. But yeah, we're just going to jump straight back out here now so you can see. I usually just jump off here and do a little forward roll just to save a little bit of time. Yeah, and as you can see, she's got 4 feathers here. And let's hope that this vendor's got some as well, just for the video's sake. Oh no, he hasn't got any this time, but we'll pick up the scrap though, because we need that. But yeah, as I say, this one's a lot easier, just because there's 2 vendors. You're always likely to pick up some feathers. And yeah, that is it really, you know, it's the same blueprint for every electrical station, every water tower. And yeah, I'm sure out of all the locations that I've gave you today, you'll have plenty of feathers to keep you going. Anyway, if you did like today's video and it did help you out, like the video for me, as it does help out the channel. Subscribe for more Dying Light 2 content. And yeah, that's the video.